What makes a great character?
I think someone that makes a great character is someone that brings more than just the game to the game. They bring flair.
Woo! Hey.
They're known for their personality. They're known for their vibe.
And I think he's raw and real, and I think that that resonates with people.
He was the one that got people into their seats. He got the crowd going.
And you watch the opposing team sideline, they're watching.
And it's good that there's only a few, because if there was everybody trying to do it, it wouldn't work.
Between me and you and the NFL 100, I like them boys. I like them boys that kind of stick it in your face and let you have it.
Well, there's apple pie bakers and crooked bookmakers and blondes and brunetters and birthday forgetters and chicken fry lovers and blue-eyed soul brothers and drinkers and boozers and winners and losers and elephant trainers and tireless campaigners and fixers and menders and paperclip benders and goers and stayers and pinochle players and handkerchief users and tissue abusers and interstate backers and wilderness hikers and joggers and addicts and handball fanatics and kissers and tellers and friends of the fellers and lovers and fighters and fingernail biters and mayonnaise dippers and miracle whippers and newspaper readers and drivers and speeders and overweight hookers and magazine lookers and people with answers and bottomless dancers and quivering flunkers and basketball dunkers and readers and thinkers and double scotch drinkers and soda straw manglers and bar napkin stranglers and teasers and criers and high rolling flyers and uncles and sisters and passive resistors and virtuous girlies and sillies and squirrelies and weirdos and sickies and $5 quickies and xylophone pickers and popsicle lickers and yawners and nappers and one handicappers and zippy old timers and lunatic rhymers. People are funny critters.
JB, how's my hair look? Pretty strong?
I don't know about that gel product.
Yeah, it's Josh's. I forgot mine. Obviously, he's an off-brand.
The guy's complaining about your white, too much white on your socks.
Come to find me.
He just doesn't give a
Thank you. Gotcha.
That's the way he played. He's going to go out and do his thing, and he's competitive, and he wants to win.
What runs through your mind when you throw a pass like that?
You know, it's a window. I know I'm going to fit it in there. I've never questioned it, and I never will.
He really could care less what you have to think.
Oh, Canada. I mean, why do we have to do the same every game? So this right here stands for the camera all game. Well, the second defensive tackle I got picked by this year. That's a good feeling. Let's get out of Canada, huh?
That was kind of the beauty of Jay.
Holy that just worked. Just getting started, baby. Bus gonna roll today, I promise you that. Better put your seatbelt on. We're going for a hell of a ride, baby. Somebody gotta make the donuts.
Growing up as a kid, you know, I used to always think I was gonna be a running back, you know, so being a Pittsburgh guy, I always looked at Jerome Bettis.
Here comes the bus!
And there's an avenue for the bus. The bus shakes them off like flies.
Want somebody to pick on me. Who said they was all tough? They ain't so tough. Smash my football, baby.
Big guy that can move, you know, hard to tackle. You see that, you know, pumped up, yelling, screaming, so much excitement.
Keep on.
That's just him. You know, you gotta love him, though.
They wanted me. Well, they got me. They don't give us the respect we deserve, or we're gonna take it by force.
Terrell Suggs, otherwise fondly known as Sizzle.
Sizz is one of those guys, he loves being in character, he loves watching movies. He's always trying to associate the game to a movie.
Are you not entertained? I need not entertained! I just said earmuff, that's what they want.
One of the best locker mates I had.
Hey, you see me hit that bird flu? We are on hollow ground. This is where we want it. The only way we leave victorious is together. This is our night. Yes, sir.
In the offensive line meeting, Nate Newton gets up and he introduces himself as the biggest baby ever born in Jacksonville, the city of Jacksonville, over 13 pounds at birth.
My claim to fame That's a lot of damn jelly.
We just get behind Nate. I mean, he just slots out half the field.
Yeah. The Kitchen, what a nickname, The Kitchen.
He was a real jovial guy. He was one of the great guys in the locker room. And you need guys like that.
There's a gleam, man. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam.
He was an incredible coach who got the best out of his players.
Light the ignition. Let's get this rocket ship going up now.
His voice and his personality resonated so clearly with each and every one of them.
Those two little letters, W-E, we. Those two little letters, U-S, us. They're powerful.
We're gonna keep pounding and wear them down. Grind them in the damn dirt.
I think most people, they look at me and they say, well, Marty Ball.
Lindy, any thought about trying to run a little bit?
Run the ball.
I didn't realize how much I loved Marty Ball until we got away from Marty Ball. Marty Ball, just grind it down the field, baby.
We got 11:13 to go. Let's hammer it.
I think he's one of the all-time great coaches. We always talked about Marty Ball, you know, running the football. Yeah, but he just had a way of bringing people together.
Every time you walk out that door to play the game, you expect to win.
Do not underestimate the power of the human will.
And let's just remember one thing as we leave here today. Chargers heart. That's right.
Playoff football, you gotta have a mullet and a Fu Manchu.
I mean, I can't take credit for it. It's all the mullet, man. I tell you what, this thing is just absolutely been taking over my life. You know, people are like, dang, look at that guy's hair. It's sweet. And then they lull him to sleep and they take advantage of him.
The new craze is if you want to be successful,
Grow a mullet, obviously. Because up here, this says success. In the back, this says party. I mean, that's all. Which one do you want? Who's coming to the table? They don't know.
Fun, loving, happy-go-lucky guy. Goofball.
That's what I'm talking about. I told you I was in the zone. I'm in the zone, baby. You can't beat me right now. I feel the need for speed. Woo!
You would think he was serious, get after the quarterback. This guy was the biggest jokester, always had a big smile on his face, fun to be around.
And just like they did on Dances with Wolves, I ate his heart.
I remember he had a pink Cadillac with horns on the edge of it. That was his car. And he'd come wearing this big cowboy hat. He was always fun to play with, and he was a hell of a football player.
The time is gone. The time is gone. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh!
He's flipping out of the tunnel. He's bear crawling. He's running through, tearing your skin off your hand from slapping your hand so hard.
Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby! Let's break the stage! Let's go, baby!
Do you feel the beating inside your chest? Your doggone chest? Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
That thing that's beating in your doggone chest right now. Can you feel that?
It would get me hyped.
Respect is not given, it is earned, God dog it.
He has a couple different personalities. That's probably what makes him so interesting. He has this ability to flip the switch when he takes the field. This alter ego comes out, Weapon X and Wolverine.
I started to get tired of the Wolverine deal because he had his own locker. And when I look behind me, I see this Wolverine picture, and then next to that locker is Dawkins.
He was the heartbeat of the defense. I mean, he was so fun to watch.
Hey, I'm coming. You better tell me to get it down, Cooley. Hit me all you want. Yeah, but you gon' feel it, Cooley. I'm telling you, you gon' feel it.
He was one of those guys where you just would always want on your team, and it was fun to be able to watch him.
Yes, sir! Offense, defense, special teams, coaches, let's go!
Well, with Dick Vermeil, you always thought that we were going to make it. He was like that granddad that was going to make it all right.
Dick Vermeil's passion for the sport and for the players around him seeped through his pores.
I want you to hear me when I say this. You never have to worry about me jerking you.
I mean, he was hard on me,
but I knew he loved me, and he wanted me to be the best I could be.
He should have won an Oscar the way he could let those tears fly.
12 years. 12 years have gone by since the Eagles have been a winner.
We'd have side bets between ourselves about exactly what time he would start to cry.
You get emotional, you know, it hurts.
It was an everyday thing, just like the sun going around the earth. He was gonna cry.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, because, you know, we put a lot of work into this thing, and you guys do all the physical work.
And some guy will yell, "Hey, Vermeil, why don't you cry for us?"
Dick Vermeil was a terrific football coach, but he was a better person than he was a football coach.
This towel's dirty. Don't let no one touch that towel.
Kevin Greene never took a step back in his life.
He was so big to play linebacker.
Oh, damn!
But he had that long, wavy hair like he was from California, and he's not. So he's a country guy from the South. But Kevin was just one of those personalities.
Let's go!
Like a WWE personality.
Here comes Kevin Greene. Is he wired, Tony?
We had to really dial him down when we came into wrestling, because he didn't understand half speed.
Adrenaline is a-flowing. Come on! Let's crank it!
I love the way he played. I love his enthusiasm. He's that fun-loving type of guy.
Watch this. Boop. No cup. No cup. I've been telling him that might happen.